Every land has a story. Some are carefully preserved in books and monuments. Others live only in the memory of those who came before us. Beyond history lies a legacy, one built by our ancestors, carried through generations, and entrusted to us. It is a heritage that shapes our identity, defines who we are, and reminds us of where we come from. As time moves forward, the question remains, will we preserve it or will we allow it to fade into silence? In the ancient kingdom of Ijebu-Ode in Ogun State, Nigeria, is a cultural festival, a tradition of the people held once every year where sons and daughters, family and friends, well-wishers, home and abroad come together to pay homage to their king, the Awujale of Ijebu land. The festival is called the Ojude Oba Festival. The major glamour of this festival is the coming together of the age group citizens of the Ijebu kingdom called the Regberegbes in their beautiful regalia. The parade of the horse riders, who are grouped into two parts, the Baloguns, the warlords, who are the protectors of the realm and the kingdom, and the elections, who are the noble houses. Among the Baloguns is the Balogun Onofowokon Otubu family, the first Balogun of Ijebu land. I present to you from the house of the Balogun Onofowokon Otubu, one of the finest horse riders in this generation, in person of Bisoye Lukman Towolawi, the son of a living legend, Chief Ismaila Kayode Towolawi, a legend in horse riding in Ijebu-Ode. Once again, I present Bisoye Lukman Towolawi.
Ọlábùrètè ọmọ òtùbú nìbọn, ọmọ òlómi ńlé fẹ̀tùwẹ̀, akọ ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ àrìn bóńtóbóńtó, má bu, má ṣá, má sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn kó má bàa gbọ́. Ọlábùrètè abetí ló kára bí ajere.
Okay, hi. Can you briefly introduce yourself to us?
Thank you. My name is Towolawi Bisoye Lukman, the son of Chief Ismaila Kayode Towolawi. Grandson of late Chief Alhaji Sanusi Agbabiaka Towolawi. I hail from Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State in Nigeria, and we are privileged to be the first Balogun of Ijebu land.
That's amazing. We've noticed the way you handle your horses when riding. My question is, how long have you been a horse rider?
Well, if I say that I've been riding from my mother's womb, I don't know if that would sound very correct, but the truth is, right, from what I know, my father once told me that the day he came down from the horse one of the day, and then he went into my mother, which led to my pregnancy.
Amazing.
And yes, so that's how we started. But then I remember very well that I was a year old when I think the picture is still in my father's sitting room, where I sat with my dad on the horse, a very white horse, very beautiful horse like that. But I've been riding horse for a very long time. But before then, I remember that I do follow my father. I watched him during the festival period, the layer and all that. So I'm always behind him. And during that time, when he gets to his stage, he comes down, I take over from him. So that has been something I've been doing since I was as early as 1995, 1996, thereabout, since I've been riding horse.
Something years, right?
Yes.
Amazing. Okay. We were told you come from the generation of horse riders. Can you tell us more?
Well, yes. I mentioned earlier about my grandfather, that is Chief Alhaji Sanusi Agbabiaka Towolawi. He was someone, I didn't really meet him, but I've heard stories about him. He was a profound legend in his time. We had that during his time when people come home to learn horses from him, teach them a lot. And then after him, my father took over. So my dad, there was a time they were sharing a story, and I told us how my dad took his father's money and bought 12 horses in a day.
Amazing.
Yes, so we have, this is something that is in the blood. And from my father, it led to me,
So it's
which I do.
transgenerational.
Yeah, so it is which I do now, and I do with confidence and joy.
That's amazing. Okay. So my next question will be, what are the difficulties you encountered at first as a beginner, and how were you able to overcome it?
Well, for challenges and difficulties, I wouldn't know if I had any.
Okay.
And the reason is because I had a very good teacher.
Okay.
Yes, my dad, growing up, one thing I remember he does, he will stand in front of me and he will tell me how to do my legs, my hands, how to hold the horse. So anytime I sat on the horse now, it's more as if I am sitting on. Many people enjoy to have cars, beautiful cars, and they feel like this is the best thing. But for me, when I'm on a horse, it's as if I'm on top of the world. So I don't think I ever had any challenges riding a horse. Like I mentioned, maybe because of my dad. So what people see as being afraid, moving close to a horse or anything like that, I never had that.
Okay.
I never had that. So it has always been a smooth drive for me, right from childhood.
That's amazing for you. So, but I would have a follow-up question, right?
Okay.
Now, say for instance, you have persons that want to start or love horse riding and want to indulge in it, and they have difficulties. One is, do you know the kind of difficulties they might experience, and how do you think they should be able to overcome it?
Yes.
What would help them overcome it?
And that's the funniest part, because I tend to know, maybe because I have been privileged to have watched people.
Okay.
Yes, when my dad is training others, I'm always beside him.
Okay.
So I've seen people. One of the things people have is fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, fear of, will this horse fall me?
Okay.
Yes, those fear is like, will I fall down? What if this horse raise his hands? What happens to me? What if this horse lose control? What happens to me? So those are some of the things. And what people don't know is that horses have feelings. So because of that, if you don't handle it properly, obviously the horse will either lose control.
Okay.
And then if it loses control, if you're not sitting comfortably on it, you will fall down. So there is always a connection between the rider and the horse.
Okay.
Yes, there's always a connection. So if you are not confident in yourself, there might be a problem. But one thing is, you don't need to learn confidence instantly before you mount the horse.
Okay.
You can just tell yourself, I can do it. So the moment you sit on the horse, look for confidence. Once you sit on the horse is also looking for you to feel comfortable.
So there must be a mutual trust between yourself
Yes.
and the horse. Okay.
Because if you don't trust the horse, obviously you will fall. If the horse does not also trust you to handle him very well, you will fall. So it is important that you have this confidence that you can do it. And then if you can do that.
Okay, that's amazing. Fair enough. My next question will be, are you a horse trainer, and do you also train people on how to ride horses?
Yes, I'm a horse trainer.
Okay.
I've been privileged to have trained a few horses.
Okay.
Though I'm not usually at home, but sometimes around 2010, 2011, 2012, I had few horses I had to train. Now, they were not for the family. They were from other families.
Okay.
Yes. So they bring it home, and my dad will instruct me to go and handle the training of the horse. So I did that for those 3 years.
Okay.
Yes. And also for those who don't know how, I've been privileged to have trained quite a few. Sometimes even my siblings, I train them. Okay. Yes. For example, Lekon, when he came home, anytime I go home for holidays, we mount on the horses, so I take him out to let him know, this is what you do, this is how you do it. And then like that, he became, although we're still growing, but that's how we have been.
Okay, that's good to hear. So if you were to give any advice right now, this is a follow-up question to horse trainers or people that train persons on how to ride horses, what would be one key advice you'd give them to succeed in training and the other person or the other party rather succeed in learning?
Just believe you can do it.
Oh wow. I just believe that's all.
Just believe you can do it.
Okay.
See, there is nothing you want to achieve in life without having faith in it. That yes, believe you can. Now, it may look impossible from the beginning, but like I mentioned earlier, the moment you sit on the horse, just to make sure that you have connection.
At the horse.
So once you can sit comfortably, I've said several times, there is no horse I can't sit on. Even the most stubborn people feel, if you mat on this one, you will fall down and all that. I have seen horses fall people down. I've seen horses. And the same horses that have sat on them comfortably. And I think I learned that from my dad, like I mentioned. That's why my dad is not afraid of having any horse, except the fact that he does not ride female horses.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he does not do that because that's just his own policy, his own principles. He doesn't, especially when they are even pregnant.
Okay.
Yes, because of the stress of female horses, he does not. He doesn't train them either. Yes, but aside that, just believe you can. And then the sky is the starting point.
Okay, so my final question will be, finally, what advice would you like to give anyone who wishes or have an intention to be a horse rider?
Well, I remember somebody who asked me and said, we look up to you, but how do we get better? And I tell them, how I got better was by looking at those who are ahead of me. Now, in the last festival, I remember some persons were arguing and they were saying, "Is the father? No, it's the son. Is the father? No, it's the son." And I heard from the background somebody saying, "It does like his father." So I think, look at others, learn from them. Lessons learned cannot be forgotten. Just learn and you'll be better for it.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, and this brings us to the end of your interview.
Thank you so much.